Hello there, morning everybody. How are we today then? We're busy. Mel and Sandra, hello. Oh, let me go back a bit. Oh, loads of you. Hi Fee, first in. Hello Lynn and Angela, Morag, and Wendy, Sandra, Daryl, sorry if I miss anybody, Janet, Tracy, another Janet, Stephanie who's on Facebook. Oh, morning Claire, hope things are okay. Jackie, Mandy, Susan, and Christine. Why aren't you scrolling? Hi Karen and Carol and Sarah. I'm Blodwyn. I'm very good, thank you very much. What a lovely day. It's all sunny and muddy out there. I might even get to take the dog for a walk. Anybody got snow today? Don't send it down our way if you have, because it's quite nice to be able to go out. Even without a coat on, it's really mild. Hi Irene. Oh, hello Tony. Oh, Tony and Irene, you both there? Morning. Amy tulips are coming up nice. They're about that big now. Kay, Sylvie, I don't seem to be scrolling very much on Facebook, so sorry if I'm missing anybody over there. Linda's in Peterborough, hello. Maria's got sunshine. Nice to have a bit of sunshine, isn't it? Now then, I've got a couple of events to talk about that we're doing, and so I'm just getting the website up on my phone, and lots of new fabrics, and we do have more fabrics coming on later on this afternoon, so I can show you, but they won't be available just yet, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. Mild in Surrey, says Claire. Lovely. Murky and raining with Janet. Morning Sue. Nice sunny day for her as well. So we first of all, Gina B is going to be doing a workshop for us, and that will be I'd only gone on in the last couple of days and I can't remember the date. Go to new arrivals on the website, it'll be on there. April the 28th. Now she's going to be showing us, Gina B, if you're not aware, is a passimentarist. I think that's the right word. She makes buttons, and she might be here actually. She pops on sometimes. So tell me if I'm getting it wrong, Gina. But she's a historian. She studies buttons. She's really interesting to talk to. You just learn so much. You wouldn't have thought there was so much to talk about with buttons. But she's not only doing a talk. We're going to be making Dorset buttons. So there are some pictures, I think, on the website of the buttons. There's going to be 4 different styles of Dorset buttons that we're making, and no sewing machine, so it's nice and quiet and relaxing and mindful and sitting and making. The kit's included. The only thing that you need to bring is a pair of scissors, and she suggests a pair of glasses if you need to do close work, because they're buttons, they're little. So that's the first workshop that we got booked in with Gina, so that's really exciting. Places started to go as soon as we put them on the website, so I think it's going to be a really interesting one. So it'll be 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and really not very much to bring at all apart from your good selves. The other workshop that we have coming up is Susie Duncan, and can't remember the date again. April the 6th. We've got an extra day. It's like it's like adding tour dates. We sold out so quickly of the first one that we booked her in for another one, and you hadn't even seen exactly what we're making. So it will be a cathedral window cushion. That's the style. That's not the fabric that we're going to use, but that's the style and the size that we're going to make. But I do have the fabrics here for you. So these are they, so you can either go for the pink or the blue. Now anybody that's already booked, then I'll be emailing you just to ask you what your choice is. If you haven't booked yet, then put a note in the comment section when you place your order, customer comments I think it says, and I'll make sure that you get the right one. So I've only started making up a little bit, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. All of the fabrics are included. You will need to provide your own cushion pad. So that's the frame fabric. No, that's the background fabric. That's the frame fabric. It's all Liberty. That one is upside down. That is your picture fabric, and then that one is your backing fabric. So I will send out a list of all the tools and everything that you're going to need to bring with you. You will need to bring a sewing machine for that one. So that's the pink, and then this is still Liberty again, that's the blue. So this one is your background, frame, picture, and then the back. It's an envelope back, so that's quite simple to make. Just to warn you, there's a lot of cutting. So with these frame pieces, for instance, there's 72 pieces of those to cut. So if you bring along a cutting mat, rotary cutter and ruler, that would be really useful. We do have space, and we do have mats and rulers and things like that in the office, but you'll have to share unless you bring your own. And if you came to the last one, we've got more room now, so that's going to be a bit easier. Hello Sheila and Helene and Claire. Thought it would be getting cooler in Aussie, she said. Oh, hi Lyndon. Must be getting old. Morning Jill, morning Phyllis. Busy quilting at the moment. Lovely. Morning Tina, morning Sue. Yes, so those are those two. You will go away with your full instructions as well. So, you know, you don't have to worry about finishing everything on the day if it takes you a little bit longer to make it. But that's April the 6th. It's the end of March as well. Can't remember the date, but that one's fully booked. But it's going to be the same workshop for April the 6th. Helene, this one is £65, and again that's including everything, that's all Liberty fabric, and Gina's is £55. We will provide you with teas and coffees and biscuits, and you might even get a bit of cake. You'll need to bring your own lunch though, we don't provide lunch. With Susie's workshop last time, she made the most amazing carrot cake. She was asking for requests for the next one. I've told her whatever she likes, so she'll bring a bit of cake as well if we're lucky. Morning Rita. Overslept? Well, it is about 6 o'clock in the morning in New York, isn't it? Claire's son's in Australia on holiday, so humidity high and very warm, nice when it rains. Oh, nice. Sunny in the New Forest. Jeanette, they're in Buckminster at our offices in Leicestershire. It's not too far from Grantham. It's that kind of area. Details are all on the website. Have a look on the website under events. Right, so, well, hopefully she'll be back with another one, Kaz. She's on holiday. On holiday? Yeah, she's on holiday for that workshop, but hopefully she'll be back. Maybe doing a different style of button. You never know. You never know. I think it's going to be a really popular one. Right, let me show you some new fabrics. Now, last year we brought you some waterproof canvases and we sold out ever so quickly. But we've got some more for you. And there are more going on the website this afternoon, I think. Oh, no, might all be there. Oh, no, they're all there. They're all there. So these are they. And what I'm thinking is next month's half yard project. I've actually used these two for the next one. Which I haven't made a video for yet, so I can't show you the finished bag. But this is the one that I made out of denim. So this is your next month's project. It's a sling bag, they call them. So it's got one strap and it goes across your body. Can go over either shoulder because the strap moves from one to another, and it's adjustable as well. And we have, sorry, it's got a bit squished because I took it to Create and Craft the other day. There's a pocket on the front, and then there's a zip pocket behind there, so nice and secure. And then on the back there's the diagonal pocket, and that's actually really big. I like a pocket on the back of a backpack because nobody can get in there when you're wearing it. And then 2 zips on the top, and on the inside it's just got patch pocket on the inside there. But this one's made with the denim, The rose one I've used for this one, and I've just reversed it, so that's one side of the denim, and that's actually the wrong side, but I just thought that was really nice. And on the inside I used the blue floral, and it's bound on the inside as well, so there's a bit of hand sew in there. But yeah, the next one that I'm going to film after I finish here, actually, I'm going to use these two, and I've got that as the main fabric, and then I've done the pocket and the straps in that one. Looks really nice. But these are all the different colours that we have, and £6.50 for half a metre. Oh, I haven't got that one to show you. We've also got a mustard yellow, we've got navy, we've got anthracite grey, so a really dark grey. That one's the dark mint, that one's Bordeaux. We have a blush pink and we have a black. So those are the latest ones on the website when you go to debbieshawsewing.com. And I can actually show you how this works as well, because when it gets wet it just repels the water. It's clever, isn't it? I'll show you on the red one. So it kind of beads. I'm chasing water around a piece of fabric. But yeah, it does that. It doesn't actually soak into the fabric, it just beads. Oh, you'll have this at home and just play with it. Look at that. So perfect for bag making. Oh, I just want to play with this. That's so much fun. Behave yourself. Look at that. Look at all those little beads. It's lovely. So anyway, that's what that's the effect of a waterproof. Look at that, waterproof canvas. It doesn't feel, I mean, it's not laminated. It must be coated with something or other. Murray, for the main part of the bag, I've used half a metre. The pockets will be on top of that as well. So for the denim one, it was half a metre for all of that, but I have used lining fabric. You'll need a metre of lining fabric because there's a lot of lining going on in there. There's 2 layers behind here, and there's 2 layers behind this one as well. So there's yeah, there's a lot of lining. So I'll go for a metre of the lining and half a metre of the outer fabric. If you use another fabric, you'll need more. That's if you use this because it's non-directional. Or a plain or a check, absolutely fine, because I did put the pattern across instead of lengthways to make a little bit more of the fabric. So if you're a little bit unsure, go for a metre, but you should get that out of half. I'm all wet now. Well, my canvas isn't, but my table's all wet now. Look down there. I think if you were to absolutely soak yourself, it may be absorbent. You know, if you don't dip your bag in a bowl of water, I don't think it's that waterproof, but if you're out in a shower, then it just beads away. I think that's fine. Right, soaking wet. Oh, now we've got some batiks for you as well. These are always popular. There is another one going on at some point, but I'll just show you these for now. And we've got some more coming in next week as well. Butterflies are coming in next week, I think. But this time we have, I don't know what they're called, I'll have a look in a minute. Flowers, elephants and fish. Let's go. £4.50. Yep, they're each £4.50. And the nice thing about a batik is that there's no right and wrong side. It's the same print on each side. So completely reversible with those. A humbug bag. I'm not making a humbug bag, Jeanette. Where's that come from? Have I copied and pasted something that said I was making a humbug bag? Now I'm going to make a little reverse applique bag in a minute. I know we've done them before, but I just thought, coming up for Valentine's and all that, and I've got some really nice fabric and I wanted quite a quick project, so I'm just going to make a really simple little pouch. Jan loves the fabric. It is a good price. Hi Brenda in Kentucky. We do tend to sell out of batiks quite quickly, so just to give you the heads up. We will have another one coming in later which I can show you, but it's not there at the moment, so if you want to keep your eye out for that one, and that should be going on later on. What else have we got? I think this one, oh, this is an art gallery reduced price, so it should, oh, that doesn't normally happen with brand new fabrics. I love art gallery fabrics. They've got their own unique kind of feel to them. They're really, really smooth, lovely quality. This one is the Orchard Tree from Roots of Nature, was £8.50. This is £5 for half a metre. Yes, Linda, it's fine for making trousers. It just feels like normal canvas. So yeah, that'd be fine. Hi Pauline. So yeah, reduced price for that one. Oh, while we're there with art gallery fabric, oh, so's this one. She's very good at picking up a bargain and passing on the savings. My daughter. This is Rocket 2 from Garden of Opulence. Was £8.70. We've got that on at £5 as well. Oh, this is reduced as well. Now this is a rayon, which is a bit like viscose, so lovely for dressmaking. It's lightweight. Floaty light. Oh, what was floaty light? Angel Delight. Oh, I can't remember. We've had that conversation before, haven't we? But a really lovely lightweight cool fabric. This was £10 for half a metre. It's now £6. I'm assuming that she's bought a limited amount of stock for all of these as well. Normally happens when we get a bargain. Right, I think those are all of the new ones that are on there at the moment, but do keep checking on the website because we've got some more stuff coming up later on this afternoon. Brenda says she loves batiks because they finger press so well, saving time. That's a good idea. Can I make a list of suggested fabrics for the sling bag? You could use anything you like, Carol, any woven fabric. So I like to use a heavy weight of fabric for bags like that. So denim or canvas would be fine, but if you wanted to use cotton, it does have interfacing in it as well. So don't go for a rayon, but any kind of cotton will be absolutely fine for it. Maybe go for a firmer interfacing if you're using a lightweight cotton. Hi Leanna. Brenda likes butterflies. I like butterflies. I don't like them landing on me. They're bugs after all, aren't they? They're not very pretty close up, but I do like to see them flitting around the garden. Hello Ellen, a bit late today. That's fine, we're here for a while. These aren't on the website yet, so big fat tees, but they are beautiful. So Kim's working on it at the moment, so just keep coming back. They will be there at some point over the weekend, I hope. So we've got, not sure what colours we're calling them, but we've got 4 ginghams, and these are lovely for summer. So there's a mustard, the light blue, the pink and the mint. I'm assuming that's what they're going to be called. Also, I've used H630 on my bag because I've used a heavier fabric. It is bound on the inside, so I didn't want to go too heavy. So H630 or H640 is a perfect kind of thickness to sew through, because you are getting to the stage where there's a lot of layers to sew through there. So that's what I've used on that one. Oh, Laura's off to a celebratory Prosecco OAP, for goodness sake. Well, you have a wonderful time. Heartlove, hello to you. I love this fabric though. I just think it's so pretty. If you're dressmaking, it's perfect, but I'm thinking bags and baskets and cushion covers and all that kind of stuff. It'd be really pretty. Tilly's asking what needle should you use when sewing canvas. I'm using just a universal needle, maybe a 60-80. Sewing through lots of layers, if you don't have such a powerful sewing machine, try a denim needle, they're stronger. I think it's a lovely sling bag in denim print. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. No, Helene, I rarely use a walking foot because I don't think about it, to be honest. But no, I didn't use a walking foot for those. The second project for the month is this. I said to you the other day that we're going to be doing some Canadian smocking. Canadian smocking is something that I do in my spare time. So it's a hobby. But I thought I'd share some of the designs with you this year. So this one's called Waves. I can't remember how much fabric it's using, I'm afraid. I've used canvas for this one, not the waterproof one, and a quilter's grid. Now, although the quilter's grids that we sell are 1 inch, you'll need to mark 1/2 inches for this one, because there's a lot of stitching. You imagine every single wave is hand sewn, but I love the effect of that. Smocking is something that I just find so relaxing to do. I love to see it grow. It's so satisfying when the designs start to come together like this, and Waves is really one of my favourites. So it's just a 12-inch bolster cushion with a drawstring teach end, and it's got piping around it, as you can see. But I just thought it was a nice little project. So we don't sell the cushion pads, but if you looked for a 12-inch bolster, that's the size you're going to make. It could be opened at one end to hold market bags. That's a good idea, Brenda. But that, I think, is just a nice kind of size. If you've got lots of cushions and you're making, you know, you have a display on your bed or your sofa or something, it adds a bit of interest. Makes a nice gift as well. And sits neatly in the small of your back on your dining chair. Oh, Raina's had to pop off and order some fabric. Morning, Vivian. Morning, Vicky. Hello. 66 today is Laura. Oh, happy birthday, Laura. Oh, and it's Janet's birthday as well. No, Carol, I used just cotton on the inside. I didn't use waterproof canvas on the inside, just cotton. It was Dawn's 50th last Sunday. Gosh, aren't we getting old? Us lot. Yeah, I like the piping as well, Elsie. I like the way that adds that little touch of something. Now, these again aren't on the website yet, but I've got them here, so I'm going to show you and just look out later on for them. We've again got so many different. We've had so many different colours of jumbo cord. I think this is my daughter because she loves it and she tends to buy things for herself and then thinks, oh, I'll put them on the website. But jackets and pinafores and dungarees. It's really, really soft, and we've got lots of colours coming up for you as well. Yeah, so it's a really nice fabric to work with. It's a really nice fabric to wear, and of course no reason why you can't use cord to make bags and cushion covers as well. But we've got a lovely selection of brand new colours for you there as well. We do have some of the others left. Yeah, I think we've just got black back in stock, and there's a maroony colour as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, Jackie, I didn't make it. I bought it from Next. Jean's book is on order. Lovely. They will be going out, or start going out, on Tuesday, the Half Yard Heavens. They should have been with me on Friday, but they didn't turn up. So I stamped my feet a little bit, so that they'll be here on Tuesday, or start going out on Tuesday. The Liberty scrap bags that we sold out of, that I was promised for yesterday. There was somebody ill in the warehouse over at Liberty, and it's delayed everything there as well, but they have pulled the stops out, and those should be back in stock again on Tuesday as well. So sorry, I did promise that they'll be back in on Friday, because that's what I was told, but it will be Tuesday now that they're going to be back in stock. Jane loves a bit of jumbo cord. What am I doing to my bank account? Draining it by the sounds of it, Jane. Sorry about that. No, Irene, we haven't sorted out car problems. Nope. Tyler's wheel that we thought could be refurbished is absolutely written off. So, Carol, £15 something. £15.60, can't remember. So Gary's actually gone off now to pick it up. We've had to buy a new wheel and a new tyre. And Gary's just gone to pick it up, and then we've got to get it over to Leicester where Tyler lives and fit it on the car, then make sure the car still drives after that. Anyway, we're getting there. Good job one of us has got a car anyway. Oh, Laura's got your half yard heaven from Create and Craft. They've still got them, by the way. They've still got them in stock. They did have thousands of them. I've got another show coming up with on the 18th. Is that next Sunday? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll be featuring the book again then. Hello, my Daisy. Nice to see you too. A weekend bag. It would actually, Pauline, that Cordro would make a lovely bag. Morning, Carla in Ontario. Business to take my car in this morning. Hit a large pothole in heavy snow. Ripped the converter off the exhaust. I don't know what Tyler hit. He said it was some kind of boulder in the middle of the road. It was on a dual carriageway, and he ran up it with the front wheel and then landed smack in the middle of it on the back wheel. He's a very lucky boy. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, should we make a little bag? I've cut out a couple of bits. So I'm going to put 2 zips across the top, and that's going to be kind of how it's going to look. A couple of zips there, heart applique here, and a nice big fat base on it as well. And I'm going to use that for the lining as well. And this fabric, I love this fabric. There were so many different ones. It's EQP Blackberry Hedge Sage. It's reduced in price. It was £7, now £4.80. And this one is the Mini Water Lily Red. I just love the colours on them. It's a Dutch designer for this one. So first thing to do is to sew the strips of fabric to the top of there. No, Deirdre, they're not my kits, I'm afraid, because it's a Susie Duncan workshop, so I can't really sell her instructions and everything, so we won't be doing them as kits, I'm afraid. I can ask Susie if she does them. I'm not sure. Have a look on her website. She might do the instructions on there anyway. Right, so just sewing the top of that to the top of that, or the bottom of that to the top of that, I should say. I'll measure it for you in a minute. And then bottom of that one to the top of that one. Oh, Julie's got COVID. Oh, let's hope we can take your mind off it a little bit for this period of time. Hello, Faye. Just thank you for the chats from New Zealand. It's a pleasure. Needle's just come undone. Fancy. What's going on there? Just check. Thread. Oh, in you go. Why aren't you threading? Not tight enough. Don't know what's going on there. Put down. Never had a problem with a needle threader before. No, just thread it then. I might have got the needle maybe in the wrong position after we were twin needling the other day. You never know. Right sides together, Claire, yes. Don't have an expression now. Find his pain in his stomach. His tail. What's left? Oh. So is it painkillers for him? This is Claire's Dachshund, Dalmatian. If he's going to have it for the rest of his life, can he just take painkillers for the rest of his life? Hopefully your vets are going to pay for it. Right. There we go. That's better. So let me just measure the pieces. So the big one was 10.5 by 13, and that was 2.5 by 13, the same. So let me bring up the ironing board and just give that a press. Doesn't really matter which way it goes, I just press it in whatever direction it wants to go in, really. And same here. And I'm going to use some of my favourite wadding on the back, which is the sewing one. It's I love this one. It's ever so soft, and it's beautiful to quilt. But as it's a sewing, I will need to use some basting spray. So. Would be nice quilted as well, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if I've got time to do that. Ooh, on you go. Get that on the edge, that might be easier. Oh, I'm going to slap it straight in the middle. I'm trying to be frugal and it doesn't work. Just move that out of the way a little bit more. And then the same on this side. We used to have a vintage car, Jennifer, that hadn't got power steering. Difficult, isn't it, when you used to power steering? And it's funny to think that's what cars used to be like. Hasn't always been power steering. You know, when I learned to drive, there wasn't power steering. I'm planning on a regular, but just keep on. How is that? It's awful. I mean, it's awful when anybody's ill, but when your pets are ill, because you can't explain to them what's going on. I'll just cut round the edge now. So I normally use my rotary cutter, but I haven't got my big mat down here, so I'm just cutting it out. And then I'll need to cut a couple of lining pieces to the same size. And I think I might just top stitch along the seam as well. And then we'll get this heart applique on there too. So the bag's a really simple one. I mean, you've seen this 100 times before, but I just thought the fabrics go so well together. I haven't shown you a double zip before, or 2 zips that join in the middle, so that's quite an easy thing to do, and on bigger bags it's quite nice. Whoops, snip that off. And we'll have a nice big square base to this one as well to make it quite a deep bag. I love this fabric though. I know I've said it a lot, but I do. I think the colours are just gorgeous. Right, so just going to sew just along one side, I think, of the seam. But again, because I'm using this nice deep wadding, if you were to quilt it, the stitches just look really nice when they're quilted on thick wadding. Oh, I think I'm losing a bit of power on my machine. It's going a bit quick and slow. Playing up today. Then I'll use this as a template to cut 2 pieces from lining fabric. So I might seem a bit indulgent using my nice fabric, but it was on offer. Try and keep that straight. Again, I'd normally use rotary cutter for doing this, but not got about big enough down here. Trim this back. And down this side. And now I'm going to measure and cut out a square from the bottom of each piece. So that's going to be a 2-inch square, so it's going to be a nice deep bag. So I'll cut through all layers, outer and lining pieces. Same on this side. And then what I'm also going to do is just make a little loop to put on the side. My thread's undone again, isn't it? That didn't sew. Silly thing. Silly thing. Must be getting caught somewhere. I don't know what's happened there. So let's unthread and rethread it. I'm using my best Orifil thread, so I don't know what the issue is there. And let's see if needle threader is going to cooperate. Yep. And then I'll top stitch. Oh, that was a long bit of thread. Down here again. That's better. No. Right, heart applique. So I have printed off the free heart from the website. This is a free download. I don't know if that's going to be a bit too big, but I'll cut it out and then see. So I'm just using the second size up, but I can make that smaller if I think it's going to be a little bit overpowering. Now bear in mind, when this comes together, I want the heart to be not too far around the side. I think about there will be fine. No, I think that's good. I think that's a good size of heart. So I'll need a little bit of the backing fabric for it. Ooh, not quite big enough. So I need to cut a square that's a bit bigger than the heart shape. Okay. Pop that right size together. Put the heart in position where I want it to be, and I'll have a couple of pins in here as well, just to hold that while I draw around it. In fact, I don't need to draw around it, I can just sew around that. You could draw around it and then sew along your line. I'm just going to sew straight around the edge of the template. So I've just got a rather long thread there. Okay, so quite a small stitch, so I'm going to reduce mine down to 2.2 and then just sew around the shape. Right. I'm going to change my thread altogether because I'm getting a bit fed up with that one now. Let's try this one. It does look nice, doesn't it, Jane? It's the colours. The colours really make it. Okay. See if you like this one better. No pleasing some sewing machines, is there? Should we get the top of... Watching you cut out the top of the fabric making me nervous as I cut through my underneath fabric the other day. Oh dear. I hope it was redeemable. Right, and then we'll sew around the edge. That's better. So nice and slowly round the curve. Doesn't matter if you do catch the paper, it'll rip off anyway. Down into the point and around either side. Not talking nicely, concentrating on curves. Back to the beginning yet. There we go. So open that out like so. And then we'll cut out the centre of the heart. So I'm cutting about 1/8 of an inch or just a couple of millimetres away from the stitches, so it's not too bulky there. Cut into the little point down there. And back round. So if I'd have been careful cutting this heart out, I could have used that for something else, couldn't I? Right, ironing board back up again. And I'm just going to press this away from the seam. And then go all the way through. And press it again with the seam right on the edge. So I've basically got a hole, a heart-shaped hole in my bag. Now I'm using my lining fabric instead of a tearaway, not a tearaway, an interfacing or something like that, a cheaper fabric, because you might just see the edge of that. So I want it the same as the backing fabric so it doesn't stand out too much. So it may seem a little bit wasteful using a nice fabric when you don't see it, but if you do happen to see the edge of it, well, I don't want to see the edge of it. Okay. Then I'll need another piece of the backing fabric. Might just get away with it. No, I won't. Not quite big enough. That's really frustrating, isn't it? So let's chop that off there. And that's going to go behind my hole. Right, so again, I'm being a little bit wasteful with my fabric. I'm going to use a little bit of basting spray. You could pin it if you want. I'm not bothered about this being creased because you don't see it. Just around the edge. And then plonk that back over there. Then I'm going to sew around the edge of the heart. I'll do a longer stitch on this one. So you could hand sew if you wanted to, or use one of the decorative stitches on your sewing machine. The blanket stitch I think is always nice. Down into the point, back round again. See what I mean about this wadding though? It's really It's poofy. Just keep that nice and flat. I'm just going to pull that taut. That's better. And back down there. And do you know what I am going to do is rescue my wadding. And I'm going to put that on the back of the heart, because otherwise that it feels different to the rest of it. So let's put a bit of spray on that. I'll just do that down here over my bin so it doesn't go everywhere. And pop that on the back of there. That's better. Oh, actually, we could make that raised, couldn't we? Let's cut another bit. Oh, I haven't got enough. Have I got enough? Haven't quite got enough. But yeah, thinking about it, I could have put some more wadding behind there and made that quite raised. So I'm just I'm just looking around to see what I've got, because I've only just thought about that, and I don't think I've got anything. Got some H630. So I'm going to use 2 layers of H630. And let's cut that heart out again. And we'll just see what happens. You never know, do you, till you try it. Whoops, there you go. That will do there. And then I need another bit of spray on the back of those. Although actually it's H630, I could iron it, couldn't I? No, I'll spray it a bit quicker. You can hear my mind going again now, can't you? What shall we do next? So that on there. And another one on top. So 2 pieces of wadding I think would have been enough. There. Nice poofy little heart in the middle there. Right. Let's put the zip in. So I'm going to fold this in half and just make a little notch in the centre, and the same on the back. And then we'll take our zips and hi Lisa, I need to fold, that's going to go right sides together there, but I want to fold the end of the zip away from the stopper at a right angle like that, and put that stopper right in the middle where that mark was. And then the zip that goes on the other side, I'll do the same. Let's open that all the way up. So face down, and literally just fold that away at a right angle. So we want to try and get those stoppers as close together as we can. So it doesn't matter if the ends of the zip overlap a little bit. We just want to make sure that the stoppers meet as best as they can anyway. So let's move the needle over to the left, move that out of the way. It's a lot easier with longer zips, so I'm not worrying about sewing around the sliders. And pop that under there. You could use a glue pen if you wanted to hold that in place. The needle needs to go over a bit more. And so straight down the zip tape, take the pins out as you, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Take the pins out as you get to it. Now you could glue that if you wanted to. Just put a dot of your HT2, not where you're going to sew, let it dry, and then you don't have to worry about the pins. So we've got that, and I can trim those bits of the zip off. So the two ends of the zip are going to meet in the middle, and then the lining can go on the opposite side. I was going to do a little handle, wasn't I? I shall do that in a minute. So just sewing it over. Just sewing over the same stitch line. A little bit bumpy when we get to the zip. And straight down. So we've got that. Right, so I just wanted to go back to showing you how to fit the zips. I've already put it in one side, and you can see with the two stoppers meeting in the middle, and I've got the lining sewn to the opposite side of the zip. So now we need to do the same on this side. So if I close the zips, I think this will explain how to do it. And we want the outer fabric to go facing down, right sides together with this one. Let me flip this over, and then I can undo the zips and just make sure they're in the right position. So with the edges of the zips together, just like we did on the front of the bag, we're going to fold over the end of the zip at a right angle away from the stopper and place the stopper as close to the center as we can, and either put a clip or a few pins in there just to hold that in place. So fold it over. If you wanted to put a little dot of glue on there, then that would be absolutely fine. And this is, as I said in the live, one of the reasons why I like my zips to be long, because I can get those right out of the way while we put the rest of this together. And then the same on this side, so facing down, and fold the end away from the stopper at a right angle, and we want to get those stoppers to meet as close as we can in the middle. And another clip in there, and then sew straight down the edge of the zip. So I don't use the zipper foot on my sewing machine. I've just moved the needle over to the left hand side and sew all the way down. Then when I'm coming up to that bit in the middle where the zips are meeting, again just keep them as close together as we can and sew straight down. And then we'll take the lining section, and that's right sides together over the top of the zip. I like to sew from the side where I can see the stitches, so the bit that I've already sewn, so I can sew straight over the top like so. So a little bit lumpy when it comes to the zips where they cross over in the middle. And then let's open this out and just make sure everything's looking good. So sometimes it does twist a little bit, but just persevere. So lining on that side, outer on that side, and then I'm just going to top stitch down each side of the zip. You may need to move the sliders out of the way. Oops, come on. And the same along this side. So if you do need to move these, just unzip and then sew. So we've got that. So now I can chop off the ends of the zips. And then let's make up a little handle to go on the side. So I've cut a piece of fabric about 3.5 inches by 7 inches. You can make that any length that you like. And I'm going to just fold it in half, fold the long sides to the centre, and then fold in half again, and sew down each side. Same on that side. And then this is going to fold in half and facing inwards, just on the outer section. I'm just going to sew this over the top of the top section. So quite close to the edge. So within the seam allowance. Right, and then with the zips slightly open, fold this so that the outer pieces are right sides together, the lining is right sides together, and we're going to sew all around the edge, leave a turning gap in one side, and don't sew over the cut out corners. When you come to the zip, push it towards the lining side. So, and I'm going to match the seams of that section at the top there as well. So in fact that's where I'm going to start, and then let's sew all the way around. Then let's take the corners and open them out and sew straight across the end. I'm going to squish the seams in opposite directions, and this will make the bag base square. And we'll need to do this on all 4 corners, so both from the outer and both of the lining pieces. So again, pull those open, squish the seams and sew. And it's a nice deep base on this one as well, which I think suits a larger bag like this. And same with the lining. Open out. So seam is matching in the centre. And the same on this side. And then this is why we left the zips open, and we need to turn the whole thing the right side out through the turning gap. So push out those bottom corners, just make sure that my seams are looking nice and neat. open out the zip completely now. You see the zip disappears into the side seam. And then let's sew the opening closed, which you could do by hand, and normally I would use the same colour thread as my fabric so you don't see it quite as much, but for speed's sake I'll just stay with the white. And then we'll push the lining inside the bag. It may need pressing again. So let's do that now. Push the lining all the way down. And press. Nice bit of steam on this as well. Just got a thread there. Same on the back. And that's my little bag finished. One thing that I would do, I don't have any here, is maybe put a couple of small pieces of ribbon through the zip tabs at the top. If I had some coordinating ribbon, then that I think would look quite nice. But there you go. It is quite a quick bag, but I think it looks quite impressive. And to be honest, I think it's the colours of the fabric that really make it. But I wanted to make a really big, useful size of bag. So that could be for, oh gosh, keeping anything from your makeup and hair accessories. Could be for travelling, to keep your maybe your smalls in, your wash things, or of course storage for your sewing notions as well. So I hope you liked it. Sorry I didn't get a chance to finish it in its entirety on the live stream, but hopefully that's explained the rest of the process for you there. I'll see you on next Saturday live. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.